I'm Sarah. I am a Highland dancer, and I noticed that on YouTube there are not a lot of Highland Dancer How To videos. For context, my dog Faith is in the background, and my roommate and best friend Emily is going to be doing her makeup beside me. You may hear her at some point. Just a warning. So today I'm going to do a video on competition makeup. Now, competition makeup is not a requirement. It is not a necessity. I never used to do it, but as I got older, it kind of just gave me a little bit of confidence, and it was something fun and made you feel good. And that's why I did it. So again, not necessary. I just do it for fun. And these are some tips I've learned. Okay, so it's also like 35 degrees where I am right now, and we don't technically have AC. And the lights in this bathroom are amazing for makeup, but it gets really hot in here, so I'm kind of gross and sweaty. Apologies. So I'm going to start by putting my hair up. Usually, I would do my bun first, so my hair is up, out of the way, and doesn't mess with the makeup. But I'm not going to do a bun today. I'm saving that for a different video. So subscribe to see that video.
Stay tuned.
So I'm just pinning. I had bangs at one point. Don't know what made me do that. So I had to pin those back, and I put my hair up in a messy bun because I'm not doing a real bun. So I'm going to start by just cleansing my face. I have a soothing, I don't know how to pronounce this. How do I pronounce this?
Micellar?
Micellar water?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to know the products I used, send me a comment and I'll let you know what they are. Sometimes I'll tell you, sometimes I won't. Yeah. So I'm just putting that on a cotton pad, and I'm just going to wipe down my face. Now this type, I don't actually have to rinse off of my face after I put it on. I just put it on my face. It doesn't say rinse.
You don't have to rinse off any micellar water.
I don't use it.
It's very good for cleansing, especially, or if it's summer, I'd like to use it to like freshen up.
I'm totally including some of your voice in this video.
Freshen up!
So there are two things, or maybe three. Okay, 4 things I can think of off the top of my head that are the most important thing for your dance makeup that you must have. So this first one I'm going to start with is conditional on your competition. If you're going to a games or an outdoor competition, this is a must. If it's an indoor competition or it's winter, you don't really need it, but sunscreen. You always want to use sunscreen. I use this kind. It's not greasy, it's super light, and so I would put it on first. I'm not going to put it on today because I'm not going outside anytime soon because it's too hot. But sunscreen is a must. Always put that on first so you can put your makeup on over top of it so you don't mess up your makeup. Second thing, I believe this is one of the most important things for your dance makeup because you're going to be exercising, is a primer. So I have 3 different primers here for various different reasons. You can get an all-in-one primer, you can use special ones, it's up to you, but because you're exercising, you're going to be sweating and you're going to be moving a lot, and the conditions will change. A primer is going to make sure your makeup stays on perfectly. So that is number 1. So I'm going to do that now. So you want to put your primer everywhere. Another disclaimer, I am not a professional makeup artist by any means. This is just things I've learned, and this is how I do my makeup for competition. So use this to your discretion and modify it the way you want to. Make sure you get primer on the back of your eyelids. Make sure it's eye safe though. That'll be very important for when you do your eye makeup. Okay. So I personally do not put foundation or contour or anything like that on, especially when I'm going to a competition, because I find it just cakes on and then there's a lot there and it's not necessary. You're beautiful the way you are. Why feel gross?
Say words can't bring me down.
Even though I don't use foundation or concealer or contour, I do use a super blendable powder. Powder is the second thing on my list of 4 things you need for a dance competition. Powder is great. You can reapply it as you need to, and it'll make your face more matte. And I just like, so this is the powder I use. And I've just got a big floofy brush. And you just put it everywhere. I don't tend to put it on my eyes because I'm going to do the eye makeup. You can get your ears a little bit to make sure the color doesn't go crazy, and same with your neck. Though you want to be careful putting it on your neck, because if you put too much or you're hot and sweaty, it can get onto your blouse or dickie or whatever you're wearing, especially if it's white. I've learned that the hard way many times.
Hornpipe costume.
A white hornpipe costume, for example, is not makeup friendly.
The white national dress.
Yeah, your white national dress, not makeup friendly.
I got lipstick on my hornpipe costume.
Oh, we'll get to lipstick.
It's dark blue, and I got it on the square of like white. And like, I told James, I was like, "This is why."
Okay.
He didn't get it.
So next, I'm gonna do my blush. So I like using just a little bit. I've got a very neutral color. I just use a little bit of blush, not a lot, because you'll tend to get, you're exercising, so you're gonna get a little, at least I get red in the face, so having a lot of blush is not necessary. I just like to put a little on. And I put it on my cheeks, I guess, and I blend it out to where my hairline is, because I think that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm not a professional. Oh, we know. Oh.
So just a little bit. That was probably a little bit too much. But, oh well. So my pet peeve is my eyebrows. I hate them. I know I shouldn't, but they drive me insane. So I'm going to fill them in a little bit with a really old eyebrow pencil that I love. And then I have my secret weapon on how to tame my eyebrows, because I think my eyebrows are unruly.
Why would that be?
I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I don't maintain them. Oh well. So I'm just going to fill them in a little bit. And I just use a brown color because I use a light brown just to fill them in a little bit. I want to keep the look natural. We're going for a natural look. If you're doing a recital, that's a different story, and that'll be a different video. So my secret weapon for eyebrows is my clear brow gel. This is the one I have. So it kind of looks like a mascara, but it's just a clear gel. And you just put it onto your eyebrows, and you comb it in, and it'll hold them in place, which for me makes me feel a lot better, because then I know they're not unruly. Not a necessary step, but I like to do it. Okay, so next I'm going to move on to my eyes. So I have this giant Smashbox palette, which I got as a birthday present. And it's really great because it has everything, and you can pop out the palette that you want to use. So I'm just using the eyeshadow palette, and I generally only really use the first half of the palette, so this half here. I just need to find my eyebrow brush. So I'm going for a natural look, so neutral colors. So I'm going to start off with this kind of neutral shimmery color here, and just do the inner part of my lid, and just get it on my lid there. And yes, I'm going to make funny faces. Everybody makes funny faces when they do makeup. It's just fun that way. Cool. Okay. Then I'm going to skip one and go to this darker brown. And I'm going to put that on the outside of my lid and kind of blend it up a little bit. I think I have too much on the brush. So it's kind of a smoky look, but with neutrals and very minimal. If that counts, I don't know. And I'm just using a little fluffy brush. And I'm using the same brush for all the colors because I don't have more than one brush. This is a very real video, okay, everyone? This is what real humans do. I am not a professional YouTuber. Goals. And then I'm also using that same medium brown color, and I'm kind of going in the crease, I guess, and just blending it a little bit more. And then I'm going to use the lightest color I have, and I'm just going to go underneath the brow bone. I think they call this highlighting. And that's what I'm going to try to do. And then if you want, and I just do it on the outside of my brow bone, if you want to brighten up your eyes a little, you can also put it in the inner corners. And it'll just brighten up your look a little bit. Okay, so that is the eyeshadow. Moving on to eyeliner. So usually I would advise, if you're younger, to go with a brown eyeliner. Brown is more natural and it looks great on everybody. Okay, so what I was saying was, if you're a younger dancer or you're newer to the makeup, I recommend using a brown eyeliner. Here are some examples that I have. I used to use a pencil eyeliner, and that's how I learned how to use eyeliner. Now I am obsessed with the Kat Von D eyeliner, and I think it's kind of like a liquidy felt tip type thing. I use black nowadays because I use black mascara. Okay, so I use black eyeliner now just because I like it better and I like the way it looks, but I keep it very thin. I don't do a wing, I just put a little bit on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And I cannot explain to you how to put eyeliner on. That is something you should look at a different YouTube video for.
An actual makeup person.
Yeah. I usually keep it really thin on the inside and have it a little bit thicker towards the outside. And I don't go all the way in. That's the only tip I have. And my eyes shake a lot. I just completely... So my other tip with eyeliner is start super thin and build on it, because what generally happens, and what you can see happen to my face, was I put too much on one side, not enough on the other, and you just keep building from there. Not my best advice, but start with a little and then add to it. Okay, next I'm going on to mascara. So I do not use false lashes for competition. I think that's a little bit extra. If you want to do it, feel free. Personally, that's not how I go. That just seems like too much for me. So I just use a little bit of a black mascara. Again, if you're a younger dancer, I'd recommend using a brown, especially if you're using a brown eyeshadow or eyeliner. It'll just flow better and look more natural. But I'm gonna go in with my black mascara. I'm moving on to the lips. This is my secret weapon. So it's a combination of two things. First of all, if you use a regular lipstick, I guarantee you will get it on that white lips. Doesn't matter how careful you are, it's going to happen. So my first tip is to use a liquid lipstick and let it dry. That way it won't get on your clothing. My second tip, and I only recently discovered this, is to get a lip primer. Now I thought this was extra and overkill, but this makes your lipstick last all day, and it keeps your lips super moisturized, and it doesn't feel dry like you can get with some liquid lipsticks. So I'm just using the Tarte one because I got it with a kit, and it's now my favorite thing and my secret weapon. So you just put a little bit on. You don't need much. And then you let it dry. It'll sometimes make your lips look a little whiter if you put too much on, but you're going to put lipstick over it, so it's fine. So I have two different lipsticks that I use for competition. One is an actual lipstick. So I prefer to use a red lip. I find it's bold, it's exciting, and it just makes me feel really confident. If you're younger, I would start with a nude lip or a pink lip, just because it's, again, more natural and more youthful. But if you want to go red, go for it. Okay, so both my lipsticks are from NYX. I love NYX. I'm a little biased. So my red lipstick that I have is this one. It's a deeper red. I really like it for performances because it's not fire truck red. The one I'm going to use today and the one I use for competition is my liquid lipstick. And it's also red, but this one's a little bit closer to that fire truck red that you'd think of. So now that the lip primer is dry, I'm just going to put on the liquid lipstick. And now the combination of the lip primer and liquid lipstick should make it that you don't have to reapply it all during the day. But if you do eat or drink, you'll probably want to do a touch-up later on. But you should be good to go. Now my last and the most important thing I can think of for when you do your makeup as a dancer is setting spray. Now this is just a travel-sized Urban Decay one. I really like it. It's kind of a oil control setting spray. So again, I use this oil control setting spray, and this is your secret weapon. It's going to keep your makeup on your face because you've used the combination of primer, powder, and setting spray. You should be locked in and good to go. And again, remember to put sunscreen on if you're going to an outdoor competition. So you just have to spray it on your face and let it sit for a minute. Wouldn't recommend breathing it in. It is the spray, even though this one does smell great. Okay, so this is my finished makeup look. This is what I would wear to a competition. Remember, it's not necessary to wear makeup to a competition. I just find it helps with my confidence and makes me feel good.